Isaiah Hartenstein, who recently came back from a sore Achilles, was reportedly frustrated with the minutes he played against Philadelphia. According to reports, Tom Thibodeau and Isaiah Hartenstein, before that game, had a conversation about the minutes he was supposed to play. And unfortunately for him, he didn't even come close to playing those minutes. And after the game, he let those frustrations be known with the media. We're going to break down exactly what he said and if this is something to monitor for the future. All of this and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. Isaiah Hartenstein is frustrated. When I first read this report, I didn't understand why. The Knicks won the game. I know he didn't play a lot of minutes, but I didn't think that really mattered to him given the fact that he was still recovering from a sore Achilles. And I know the Knicks wanted to bring him back slowly. So for me, I didn't think anything of it. But unfortunately, according to these reports we're about to go over, Isaiah Hartenstein was absolutely frustrated by the fact that he only played 11 minutes against Philadelphia. Let's break down these reports. According to the New York Post, Hartenstein told the Post he was supposed to hit the 21-minute mark. We just have to gradually build it up. I think it'll be hard to go from 10 minutes straight to 30, but we'll see the next couple of games. It was his first game since aggravating the troublesome sore Achilles on February 8th. It felt good. It was a little frustrating not to get to my minute requirement, so that was a little frustration. But still, day by day, it felt good, so got to keep building, and hopefully next game, I hit my minute mark. Thibodeau played Hartenstein the first 6 minutes of the first quarter and the opening 5 minutes of the third. From a building up standpoint, that was the only thing that was a little frustrating, but we won the game. During his long stretches not in the game against Philadelphia, you could see the 25-year-old Hartenstein was on the sideline jumping up and down, trying to stay warm. It's something like it gets irritated. It always happens. We're not scared of it popping, he said. So the Knicks do a good job. We test a lot. The strength is there. We're not scared of it popping or anything like that. I don't know if y'all ever had tendonitis. It's kind of like that. Shout out to the New York Post and Steph Bondy, an NBA insider, for giving us this update about Hartenstein, because honestly, I did not know at all that he was frustrated with the minutes that he was playing. I saw him on the bench, but he really didn't look frustrated at all to me. He looked like he was engaged and waiting to come into the game, but obviously, he didn't play that many minutes. He has the sore Achilles, so him not playing that many minutes, I was perfectly okay with that. I had no issue. I think the issue here stems from Tom Thibodeau and Isaiah Hartenstein and the conversation that they had, because clearly the minute mark he was supposed to hit was 21 minutes, and he was supposed to play that many minutes against Philadelphia. Playing 21 minutes against Philadelphia when you were told you were going to play upwards to 21 minutes, yeah, I can understand how you would be frustrated with that and you'd have some concerns. But notice he said he was a little frustrated. Obviously, it's hard to be really frustrated when the Knicks won the game. And that's why I think Tom Thibodeau did that. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to play Isaiah Hartenstein, but Precious Achiuwa, what he was doing during that game was just spectacular. He's not injured. He's not recovering from any injury. He's young and he can still play today. And he's not going to give you any type of concerns and speak up about playing excessive minutes. So when you play Achiuwa, you're not worried about any pushback. And honestly, given the way that game was going, the Knicks blowing out the Sixers, I'm perfectly okay with Tom Thibodeau not playing Isaiah Hartenstein that many minutes, because given the next opponent we have, the Boston Celtics, the Knicks are going to need Hartenstein to be at his best and to be as healthy as he can possibly be, because going up against that team, who, by the way, is fully healthy, they have KP fully healthy, and every time KP goes up against the Knicks, he torches us. So I absolutely want Isaiah Hartenstein fully locked in, fully healthy, with no issues to that Achilles going up against Boston. And maybe Tom Thibodeau thought the same thing, and that's why he played him only 11 minutes. But clearly, as you can see here, Isaiah Hartenstein, as he states time and time again, it was a little frustrating. I was a little frustrated. I want to hit my minute mark. It was a little frustrating not getting to my minute mark. There's a pattern there. He's clearly frustrated. He was told he was going to play a certain amount of minutes, and he didn't get to play those minutes. In my opinion, that's the only issue here. I would have not promised Hartenstein any locked-in minutes. I would have said, hey, listen, you're coming back from a sore Achilles. We want you to play as many minutes as possible, but we're going to weigh it based off of the game, the flow of the game, and how it's going. And if the Knicks are doing well while you're not playing, we're not going to play you heavy minutes. I think if that was the message going into the game, Hartenstein would have not been frustrated. But when you tell the man he's going to play upwards of 21 minutes, and not only does he not even come close to playing those minutes, but he plays only 11 minutes, and he's not very impactful in the game as well, too, clearly he's going to be frustrated. But I think going up against the Celtics in this next game, if he has that 21-minute mark again that he needs to reach, he is absolutely going to reach that with the Boston Celtics. We're going to need him out there. We're going to need his defense, his shot blocking, and his rebounds, because playing against a healthy Celtics team is absolutely going to be a problem. They shoot very well. They have great players and great stars who can score inside the paint. They can take contact, and they get to the line very frequently. You have to worry about that if you're the New York Knicks. But on the opposite side of that, if you're the Celtics, this new and improved Knicks team, you got to worry about them as well, too. Before, you just have to worry about Donte DiVincenzo and Jalen Brunson shooting you out of the game. That's it. You have to guard them. And, of course, Julius Randle as well, too, playing his bully ball inside. OG Anunoby hitting you hard in the mid-range, hitting you hard at the wings, and also his defense. But with the additions the Knicks have right now, Bojan Bogdanovic, who was perfect from three against the Philadelphia 76ers, he's going to be playing. You have Alec Burks. He's going to be playing. So now the Knicks have more shooters that you have to worry about. That means the Boston Celtics can't go ahead and leave their man so easily. They have to stay with their man because of the shooters the New York Knicks have. That means more room in the paint for your drivers to operate in, specifically Jalen Brunson and Precious Achiuwa, who've been playing great pick and roll basketball over the last couple of games, and I know we're going to see that happen again against Boston. The good news here from Isaiah Hartenstein, and this is coming straight from him, is that the Knicks are not worried about the Achilles popping, which is the biggest thing about an Achilles injury. The Knicks do a good job, according to him, in terms of testing and working it out. The strength is there. We're not scared of it popping or anything like that. This truly explains why the New York Knicks signed Jacob Toppin and Daquan Jeffries to those 10-day contracts. The reason they did that is because they know Isaiah Hartenstein's injury is not significant. You just heard it straight from Isaiah Hartenstein himself. He told you, even though the injury is a little bit irritating, and that's exactly what he called it. He's not saying he's worried about it. He's not saying it's going to pop or anything like that. This is a very good update for Isaiah Hartenstein. And also, it likely means that the other players that were missing, OG, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson, their returns are imminent. They're likely going to come back. They're going to be healthy as well, too. And they're going to be hoping to make an impact for this Knicks roster. And at that point in time, we're going to see the minutes distribution change just a little bit across all the players on the Knicks roster. And for me, that's going to be a breath of fresh air. I'm not going to have to worry about Jalen, Donte, Precious, and all of these other guys playing 40-plus minutes a night. They're going to come down a little bit. They're going to play 30 minutes a night, maybe 32 minutes a night, maybe some nights 25, 26 minutes, depending on the game, the score, and in what quarter they have that lead in. Because if they have a large lead going into the fourth, it's likely, not guaranteed, but likely that Tom Thibodeau may rest his starters. That means more rest for the New York Knicks. That means when we go into games, we're more fresh. We have more players that are ready to go, more locked in, more focused, and no tired legs. That's exactly what you want to do if you're a Tom Thibodeau coach team. You want to make sure you have fresh, energetic legs to make sure you're ready for each and every game. You can't do that if you're playing 40-plus minutes a night. But if you reduce those minutes and you distribute them more evenly, you can achieve that same effect. And I think Tom Thibodeau is going to do that once the Knicks get back more players, they get deeper, and of course, they get healthier. Isaiah Hartenstein, I wouldn't worry about your minutes. I know you're frustrated right now, but against Boston, I think you're going to hit that 21-minute mark. And slowly but surely, you're going to start playing 25 minutes, 26 minutes, 30 minutes. And soon, you're going to be playing so many minutes that you're going to be speaking out about the fact that maybe you want your minutes to go down a little bit so you don't get burnt out. I'm telling you, the way things happen in the NBA, change happens fast. But one thing is for sure, out of the All-Star break, the New York Knicks still look good. They have the shooters available that they've always needed, and they're going to continue to get healthy. As they get healthier, they're going to look more dangerous. All I can say, this is a message to the NBA, to the league. Take notice. Look at what's happening with the New York Knicks right now and take some notes, because sooner or later, New York is coming to a city near you, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Dominate. But what about you guys? What do you think about Isaiah Hartenstein being frustrated with the minutes he played against Philadelphia? Do you think this is significant moving forward? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans. Peace.